This broadcast is for March 4, 2026, Japan time. Welcome to Samurai MLB Talk. Thank you very much for watching. This channel is a place where we explore the essence of humanity through the lens of baseball, through the way we watch the game, the spirit behind it, and the philosophy it reflects from a uniquely Japanese perspective. To our viewers in the English-speaking world, I truly hope you'll enjoy this dialogue about human nature as seen through the game of baseball. Your support means more than I can say. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Part 1, Seiya Suzuki's clutch power and the ideal lineup. Yesterday, March 3, Japan time, the final exhibition match for Samurai Japan. Before the main World Baseball Classic tournament took place, the match against the Hanshin Tigers ended in a 5-4 victory for Samurai Japan. Since it was an exhibition game, the final score and outcome are not the primary concerns. However, seeing each player in such excellent form has given me great peace of mind. Among them is our very own Shohei Ohtani. There have been some voices of concern regarding his performance across the two exhibition games, as he went hitless in 5 at-bats. However, I believe there is absolutely no issue. Results in exhibition games and performance in the actual WBC are entirely different things. I am confident and fully expect that Shohei Ohtani will reach his peak performance just in time for the main event. In yesterday's game, Seiya Suzuki showed an incredible performance, blasting a spectacular home run. It was a moment that showcased his great condition and the immense power he possesses. Seeing him deliver that strike made me feel strongly that Samurai Japan will be just fine this year, with Shohei Ohtani as the left-handed slugger and Seiya Suzuki as the right-handed slugger. These two, representing the best of Japan, will serve as the axis of Samurai Japan and lead the team. That is how I see it. In yesterday's lineup, Shohei Ohtani batted first, Kensuke Kondo second, and Seiya Suzuki third. But I have always maintained that Seiya Suzuki must be the one batting immediately after Shohei Ohtani. Kensuke Kondo is undoubtedly a genius at the plate, a true master of hitting. However, in a global tournament like the WBC, it is the extra base hits that ultimately decide the game. Kensuke Kondo is a brilliant hit maker, but he is not a home run hitter. From the perspective of the opposing team, who would they fear more as a batter? The answer is undoubtedly Seiya Suzuki, who hit over 30 home runs and recorded more than 100 RBIs in 2025. Therefore, Seiya Suzuki should always be placed right after Shohei Ohtani. If Ohtani is first, Suzuki should be second. If Ohtani is third, Suzuki should be fourth. It is vital to create a structure where Seiya Suzuki is always waiting behind Shohei Ohtani. When Samurai Japan faces a scoring opportunity with Shohei Ohtani, opposing pitchers and catchers will naturally want to avoid a direct confrontation with him. However, the pressure they feel changes significantly, depending on whether the next batter is Seiya Suzuki or Kensuke Kondo. If Seiya Suzuki is waiting, the opposing battery may be forced to challenge Ohtani, knowing that if they walk him, they must then face Suzuki. Conversely, if Kondo is behind him, they might judge that a single is possible, but a long ball is not, leading to more frequent walks for Ohtani. This is why I believe the Ohtani-Suzuki duo is a combination that must be kept together. In yesterday's game, the order was Ohtani, Kondo, and then Suzuki. While this lineup isn't bad, to ensure the opposing team has no escape, there is no one but Seiya Suzuki to bat after Shohei Ohtani. His destructive power rivals that of Ohtani himself. I sincerely hope the Samurai Japan coaching staff considers this when finalizing the batting order. Part 2, the humanity of Shohei Ohtani and fan interactions. After yesterday's game, Seiya Suzuki gave a hero interview. When asked how he felt about the cheers from the Japanese fans, he said, "It's been a while since I hit a home run in front of the Japanese fans. So I was very happy. The contact felt good. But I didn't think it would fly that far. I'm just glad everyone was happy." When asked about the Japanese major leaguers joining the team, he replied, "Since we only had 2 exhibition games, I just wanted to get out there, see the ball, play defense, and prepare for the main tournament. They were a very productive 2 games." Seiya Suzuki, who suffered a heartbreaking injury during the 2023 WBC, added, "I was very frustrated, and I felt I caused trouble for everyone. This time, I came here with the determination to meet everyone's expectations. I want to do my best." Regarding the Samurai Japan uniform, he said he was very excited, noting that the jersey is special and he wants to give his all for Japan. On the team's chemistry, he revealed something fascinating. At first, the members were nervous and couldn't really talk to Lord Ohtani. But I told them, he's just a human being like us. That eased the tension and created a great atmosphere. I think it's going to be a wonderful tournament. Regarding the increase in younger players, he noted, "There are many players I didn't know before. Talking to them about their daily conditioning is a learning experience for me. It's been a great time. I want us all to work together to aim for the World Championship." Finally, expressing his resolve for the WBC, he said, "I know everyone is looking forward to it. Today's cheers were so loud that I got a bit overwhelmed and lost my train of thought. But since everyone is so excited, we want to aim for consecutive titles as one team." The cheering was still a bit quiet, so I was a little lonely. Please liven it up even more and support us. What was particularly impressive in this interview was his effort to tell the other members that even the unicorn Shohei Ohtani is just a human being. The fact that this allowed the younger players to relax and converse normally with him is a huge win for the team. Even fellow pro players feel the aura of a global superstar like Ohtani. Seiya Suzuki removing that barrier and encouraging them to treat him as a teammate is having a very positive impact on the team. The key players for this WBC are certainly Shohei Ohtani, but Seiya Suzuki is undoubtedly one of them as well. I believe this duo will pull Samurai Japan forward and lead us to consecutive championships. There were also wonderful scenes before the game on March 3rd. Yoshinobu Yamamoto tossed a ball into the stands, which was caught by a young man. He immediately turned and gave that ball to a young boy in front of him. This became a hot topic on X, with people praising the heartwarming scene. That young man did a wonderful thing. Surely, good fortune will find him. As for the boy who received the ball, I imagine this might spark a lifelong interest in baseball, perhaps even leading him to become a Samurai Japan player one day. The kindness of Yoshinobu Yamamoto and the generosity of the fan created a truly beautiful moment. Shohei Ohtani also approached fans in the stands before and after his pitching practice to sign balls and jerseys. While this is a common sight with the Dodgers, seeing him do the same for Japanese fans as a member of Samurai Japan became a huge topic on social media. To have a global superstar right in front of you signing your gear, I was truly envious of those fans. Part 3, the unveiling of Shohei Ohtani's new unicorn chapter. When Shohei Ohtani is with the Dodgers, surrounded by massive major league players, he might not seem exceptionally large. However, when he joins Samurai Japan, you realize once again what an incredible physique he has, utilizing that massive frame to hit home runs and throw pitches at nearly 100 miles per hour. His talent is truly beyond belief. For this year's WBC, unfortunately, there will be no pitching appearances. Ohtani himself likely intended to compete as a two-way player. But that was not to be. I believe this is a very significant point. It's like telling a mountain climber not to climb the mountain just because it's there. Despite having a healthy body capable of pitching, the Dodgers decided not to allow him to pitch in the WBC. For the Dodgers, he is a priceless asset with a massive contract to ensure he can perform fully as a two-way player during the 2026 season. It is a sensible business decision for them to want him to avoid the injury risks associated with pitching in the WBC. However, Shohei Ohtani is someone who always strives to be the best in baseball, constantly seeking to give a 100% or 120% performance. Having a healthy body but being restricted must be causing him more frustration than we can imagine. He doesn't show this in his words or his expression, but I am thinking this. The fact that he has to seal away pitcher Ohtani will instead lead to an explosion in his hitting. He will channel all the energy he would have used for pitching entirely into his batting. In other words, we will see the Shohei Ohtani who achieved the 50-50, 50-50 milestone as a full-time hitter in 2024, right here in the 2026 WBC. In 2024, Shohei Ohtani achieved the unprecedented feat of 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases, writing a new chapter in MLB history. While no one predicted this, Ohtani was already relentlessly practicing his start-up dashes during the spring training of 2024. At that point, he had already decided that since he couldn't contribute as a pitcher, he would help the team through home runs and stolen bases. His mentor, Hideki Kuriyama, once spoke about Ohtani's greatness. He said Ohtani's strength lies in his ability to assess a situation and immediately realize what he must do for the team to win and then execute it instantly. In 2024, while recovering from right elbow surgery, he was limited to being a full-time hitter. While the world watched his home run count, he aimed to exceed expectations by setting a goal for stolen bases. That preparation led to an achievement that created an entirely new club in MLB history. Shohei Ohtani always senses what the fans expect of him, and to exceed those expectations, he constantly considers what kind of preparation is necessary. His only true rival is his past self, surpassing the person he was yesterday or last year, and delivering a performance beyond the fans' imagination. That is his style. Considering this, the world's fans might be disappointed that they won't see him as a two-way player in this WBC. But Ohtani likely already has a vision in his head of how he will exceed even those expectations. A version of Shohei Ohtani that channels every ounce of his pitcher energy into his bat. He will reveal this to us starting from the Samurai Japan vs Taiwan game on March 6. While some worry about his hitless streak in exhibition games, that is merely part of the adjustment process. Even if he were to fall into a slump, as long as Seiya Suzuki is waiting behind him, the team will function and find its way to victory. What I am truly expecting is for Shohei Ohtani to deliver the greatest hitting performance in WBC history. An explosion so massive that future players will never be able to catch up to his records. Just imagining it makes my heart race with excitement. From the WBC to the Dodgers season, I expect Shohei Ohtani to show us a performance that surpasses even the legendary Unicorn. March 6, Samurai Japan vs Taiwan. The beginning of a new legend. The new chapter of the Unicorn is about to unfold. Let's all look forward to it together. That is all for this time. Thank you very much.